Here in Southern Oregon, at least where I live, I don't know if it's true for you where you live, I have I'd call it a blessing, of every morning being summoned outside by what amount to a herd of deer, all looking in my window, waiting for me. And now 4 toms, big old toms with beards. And like all creatures, like us, they're creatures of habit. But the habit that they are the instrument of isn't that they've been conditioned to appreciate the sweet cob or the peanuts or whatever it is that I give them. It's that they have to eat to live. We never really think about what creatures have to actually do every single day. The bird feeders at my house, they're visited in swarms that rise and fall of birds. And every creature in nature is more than obligated to take care of itself. The creature doesn't have any choice but to do the things that it does. That is how it survives, is by scrambling for food, and between scrambling for food, resting, interacting if there's a social element to their level of being. But all of that is to say that they have their work. And their work doesn't finish for them until their body decides, because nature dictates so, that it's time to lay this body down. And then without any stress or fear on the part of the animal, that animal will just go find some place and die. We have our work in this world, depending on our culture, conditioning, training. We have responsibilities and relationships accordingly, to whatever extent they meet those responsibilities we have. And we are, again, to some extent, responsible for that kind of work to keep that structure in place. But we are more than animals. At least we're meant to be. And we have another work altogether that's intended to be done, and it's not intended to be just picked up and then put down at one's wish and whim, as everyone in this world does, and for the most part, as most so-called spiritual students do. The animal that decided that I am not going to work today for my food, they don't eat, and if they don't eat, they will die. Human beings have no compulsion. There's nothing that drives them to work, to be in relationship with God, to work to understand what is true and right and good. There's nothing that sits over and above them with some kind of whip saying, you must endeavor with your work and persist through even the times that you don't want to go searching for your daily bread. If you don't, you will perish. There's nothing that says that to us. And yet inwardly there is something that never stops if a man or woman is fortunate. Imagine a deer that says, you know what, I wish I wish I didn't have to go looking for food. A bird that says, today, and maybe the whole week, I'm going to just fly south, sit by the beach. That creature will perish. For one thing, it will be in constant conflict because it is in an argument with its own actual nature. You who want to know something about what is divine, who have whatever inkling or ember that lives inside of you, that by its light you have begun to see in some way how futile it is to be a human being working for this world, working to take from this world what the world has to offer, including its pleasures. Not that there's anything wrong with pleasure, I would never say that. But when your existence is predicated on ensuring that you're comfortable, and that if you're not comfortable, you can't work, then you can be sure that your pleasures are not pleasures. It's a form of slavery to which you are not aware of. And then spend your life serving something that in the end steals from you every chance you will ever have to work on a daily basis for the sake of spirit within you, asking you to do its work in this world, which it does ask. Anybody can show up, anybody can work, anybody can do what it is that they want to do when they do it, and everyone does just that. But it is the few who understand that because I don't want to work doesn't mean I don't work. Even if my work is to see the part of me that wants nothing to do with doing one more thing that's already irritating me, even if it's to understand that my heart is as dry as a desert, that doesn't mean that I don't walk it. It means that I understand as best I can from the inside out that I have a work to do in this world, as you have a work to do in this world. And whether you understand it or not, this world depends upon those who will work consistently to increase their relationship with another order of consciousness so that the will of heaven can be done upon the will of earth. Don't be fair weather spiritual people.